Hello, plant lovers. This is Andrew from Love My Plants. The most common question I'm asked all the time, quite frequently, is how much water do I give my plants? And I really can't answer that. That's something that you have to discover yourself. There's a few tips I'd like to share today that will point you in the right direction. And we have 3 plants here to show you, from high water usage to medium and to low water usage. The reason I can't answer this question directly is because it really depends on not only the plant, but where it is, like how much light it gets, how hot it is, what time of year. So really it's something you really have to discover yourself if you have a plant in your own home. What surprises most people is plants can actually sit in water. They don't have to be drained. If they're in good light, plants can be quite healthy sitting in water, so you don't have to actually water them every day or every second day in summer, but you can have a 1 week cycle or a 2 week cycle. And I'd like to explain that to you. For example, this golden cane, these plants drink a heck of a lot of water, particularly in summer. And so what you need to do is get a pot that is sealed. That means that has no drainage hole in the bottom. Okay? And what you never to do is actually take the plant out of this pot and plant it in your outside pot. You should always keep your plant inside the growing pot and just place it in and have some sort of this sort of thing like a coconut fibre, and that just reduces the amount of evaporation, loss of water. Now to water these, basically you need to look down the side, come down here and fill in down here, and then you can actually see how much water that you're giving it. And so you pour it in, and you might want to fill it up. Say if you do a 1 week cycle for a golden cane, you might want to fill it up to about there, and then hopefully by the end of the week it's drunk all that water down to the bottom, and still you want, particularly with a golden cane, the potting mix to be still moist. It doesn't hurt if there's still some water left behind. If they're in good light, it doesn't affect the plant. The big mistake many people make is allowing these golden canes to run out of water. If they run out of water, they just fall over really quick and suffer really badly, and it just the plant just does not come back really good. So when you have like a Kentia palm like this one, it doesn't drink as much water. I prefer these palms myself. Same thing, it's okay for these to sit in water if they have good light. If they're in poor light, which these do really well in, you have to be careful that they don't stagnate in water too much. Got to make sure they are actually using that water. You'll know that if you've watered too much, if it's sitting in too much water, the new leaves coming through will have brown tips coming through. Okay. We have these here, Jeanette Craigs, which are Dracaena. There's quite a number of Dracaenas, different types of Dracaenas, heavy plants and Daramensis. And these also, they can sit in water in good light. Even in average light, it's okay for them to sit in water, but not as much. They are susceptible to root rot or stem rot, and once that happens, they're dead. Okay, so again, if they're in good light, you can maybe fill it up to about there in a 2 week cycle and see what happens. They can handle a bit of drying out as well, unlike the golden cane, which should never dry them up. But these ones, you can dry it up. Hope that helps.